Hello guys, today's subject is going to be about questions and negatives. Okay, this is a really easy topic because if you follow the following steps, then you won't have any trouble. Number one, we have to read the sentence carefully. Number two, we have to ask one question, a very important question. Does the sentence have verb to be? And number three, we have to identify the timing of the sentence. To continue, we need to make a pause to make a quick reminder about the verb to be. What is the verb to be? If you check in your notes, the verb to be meaning ser o estar. We can find it in present and in past. In present, we have is, and are. And in past, we have was and were. Don't forget this because you have to identify these timings in your sentences to do the questions, because the verb to be, it's going to be your auxiliary. So if we already read the sentence, we need to continue to the following step. The second step is to make the question. Do we have the verb to be? Yes or no? If yes, if we do have the auxiliary, that is the verb to be, it's really easy because the verb to be, it's going to help us to make the question. For example, number one, Liliana is my best friend. Is the verb to be. So is going to start the question. We always start with the auxiliary. Okay? Is Liliana my best friend? And if they are asking us to do a short negative answer, it's going to be no. We always start with no, comma. She isn't. Example number two. JP and his dad are playing football. Are is a verb to be. So are is going to be our auxiliary. So it's going to help us to start the question. Are JP and his dad playing football? And if, again, they are asking us to do a short negative answer, it's going to be no, comma, they aren't. Now, what is going to happen when we have the sentence in past simple? It's going to happen the same thing. Only we need to identify the verb to be in past, okay? Let's look for some examples. Example number one. Jimena was in the kitchen. Was is the verb to be in past simple, and it's going to be our auxiliary to start the question. Was Jimena in the kitchen? Question mark. And the short answer would be no, comma, she wasn't. Example number two. Clely and Aaron were TikToking. Where is the verb to be in past simple, and it's going to be our auxiliary to start the question. Were Clely and Aaron TikToking? Question mark. And the short answer will be no, comma, they weren't. And what will happen when we do not have the verb to be? Don't worry, we also have an auxiliary that can help us, and that is to do. In present simple, there is do and does. And in past simple, we have did. So we need to read the sentence to know if the sentence is in present, we're going to use do or does, depending on the personal pronoun. And if the sentence is in past, we're going to use did. Let's see. Okay, let's set some examples to understand it better in present and in past. In present simple, first example, Barbara talks to Laila in class. So Barbara is a she, and with she we're gonna use does. Does Barbara talk to Laila in class? And we're gonna take off the s because we already have it in does. So we're not gonna use it anymore. And the short negative answer, it's gonna be no, she doesn't. One more example to get it better. Luis and Brian run a race. Luis and Brian are they as personal pronouns. So we're gonna use do. Do Luis and Brian run a race? question mark. And the short negative answer, it's gonna be no, they don't. Now, in past simple, it's really easy because we only have one option, did. Example number 1. Maximo played with his dog. Remember, quick reminder, in past simple, the verbs end with ed, regular verbs. So, it's going to be very easy, our question. We're going to start with did. Did Maximo play with his dog? Question mark. And yes, we're going to take off the ed because we already have the past simple in did. And the short negative answer, it's going to be no, he didn't. Example number 2, Daniela and Paula cooked a cake. So we're going to start with the only option we have, did. Did Daniela and Paula cook a cake? Again, we're going to take off the ed. We don't need it because we have the past indeed. And the short answer, it's going to be no, they didn't. They, because Daniela and Paula are they as personal pronouns. I hope you have no doubts.